Can you all hear me? Yeah. All right. If I accidentally press the mute button, please forgive me. If I get too excited, I mungkin lah tekan button yang salah ya. Okay. So I think I hope that some of you have been following our series before. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start by sharing who is our tag here. Okay, before we go into the session. Okay, some of you, if this is the first time you are joining us, you might have heard about us before as Pestarian here. So our Biru technology was actually born a couple of years ago, but let me just go through the long history of our tech here. So our next vision, right, is to be both a trusted partner for technology and talent. Ya, we don't only introduce technology, tetapi kita also want to help build talent with talent solutions, which encompasses both technology, talents, and soft skills as well. Of course, we are also we want to drive sustainable value by helping businesses transform digitally, and also the community. So what we do in the technology is that we do both software, solutions, and services. On the talent side, we do profiling, placement, and then also conduct training and certification as well. So we have been listed on Bursa for more than 10 years, and we have been in the industry for more than 18 years. How do we synergize these two businesses here? You kata, ini cloud, ini talent here. So what we do is that before you start on any cloud journey, there is 3 aspects that you get to think of here: technology, people, and process here. Now, for people to understand how to adopt cloud as a technology, you first also need to identify what are the upskilling needs that you need for your people here. And this is through the profiling, the training, and then of course upskilling how you handle change management to adopt this new technology. Now, on the technology side, we offer things like anything as a service. So you may have heard infrastructure as a service. Then we also offer things like platform as a service, like databases, and software as a service, which is what you're using and what we are using today, which is Google Workspace. Yeah. So this is how the both businesses actually synergize. Okay. So these are some of the services that we offer. Basically, we also help customers to modernize their infrastructure. And also do cloud migration. The other one is to help them do work transformation. The program that we're having for Workspace is to help them more in terms of work transformation. Yeah, a lot of people understand Workspace as I pakai Gmail, I pakai Calendar, itu saja ya, ataupun Google Meet. Dia tak tahu all the advanced functionality yang kita boleh pakai in order to make our work more effective. Yeah, and of course, a lot of customers keep a lot of data, and therefore they want to draw insights from the data. So we offer smart analytics with our solution as well, and we provide the professional services in 3 areas: to implement, to do training services, plus also help you along with your change management journey, in order to prepare your workforce for adopting cloud. So these are some of the solutions that we have categorized. So of course, there's the hybrid workspace, because a lot of people need to work from home and yet from the office. They need to have tools and services that will support them in that. A lot of them are also considering pergi ke journey ke cloud, and therefore they kata, mana I nak start, ya? Then there are tools to help the business productivity, learning and talent, and so on. Right? These are some of the partners that we have listed here. So some of them are security solutions, as you can see. Some of them are hardware partners. And of course, our main partner is Google, because Awantech is actually the managed service provider for the CFA for Google. Yeah? So these are some of the key projects that we have been doing. Kalau you work for the government, you are using MyGovUC. That is basically running on Google Workspace. Yeah. Then some of you who have not adopted and going to get on board Google Workspace, then mungkin you find all these webinars very, very useful. Yeah. Then of course we also do placement, which is Selangor Kerjaya, and some of the other things that we have done in the past, which is probably not related to Google, will be at the bottom. And then we also used to do MLA for Microsoft. Yeah. Okay. So these are just some of the logos that we have. We are also now very active in education for IPTAs. And these are some of the awards that we have won. And we have won from different parties, not just from our partners. Okay. So what we have in the in a way, what is our advantage here compared to, let's say, other service provider? A lot of the service provider dia tak ada the complete set of solution ya. Mungkin dia ada sell the solution tapi tak ada orang untuk implement ya. Kalau dia ada orang untuk implement pun dia tak ada orang buat change management, tak ada orang buat project management and so on. And they also are not a authorized training partner. Let's say for Google, so they have to hire third party, yeah. But for us in our tech, we actually cover end to end to help make your journey to cloud a very smooth journey. Right. So without ado, I'm going to start dengan presentation on how to do efficient collaboration with Google Calendar. Now semua orang pun tahu Google Calendar kan, but all of us only doing and use it to check for our meeting. Ya, today ada berapa meeting? Macam tu. But actually there are many things that I will show you today in the form of tips, so that you boleh buat and say, I didn't know feature ini ada ya, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let me go on. So today I've actually reduced the number of tips ya into 8 saja. The last section I buat 15. I gonna rush through all the tips. So today I want to spend a little bit more time to talk through all the tips here, so that at least you boleh tanya soalan. Kalau you nak try out yourself pun, you can do it together with me lah. So kalau kata, I tak dapat cari button ini ke, or so on and so forth. Yeah. One of the best thing about cloud and SaaS is that you always immediately get some of these features. Tak payah tunggu orang upgrade anything. Okay. Now, this is the agenda as we mentioned. So I'm going to start with basically an introduction to some of the functionality in Google Calendar that you may be familiar with. And then after that, go straight into my 8 tips here for you to be more effective in your work. And then we'll end it Q&A. Tapi kalau you ada apa-apa soalan, you may please go ahead, raise your hand ataupun type saja ya dalam chat box, the chat, so that we can follow up. So don't feel macam shy lah to interrupt me. Sometimes I talk too fast. Please let me know kalau you tak dengar, tak nampak, because sometimes I forgot to share the tab when I'm doing a demo. So sekarang hari ini dia bukan slide saja so jangan kata wah ini boring saja I'm going to actually show you in a real calendar environment, so that you boleh nampak how to use the calendar itself. Now the recording will be actually available on our Awantech YouTube. So even if you miss this webinar, you miss part of it, you kena and so on, you boleh catch up lah dengan, and if let's say you want to pause later on, you boleh ikut channel kami Okay. So I always start with this Dulu I don't know lah, you all semua okay, ada pasang kamera tak? Nampak. Oh, semua tak pasang kamera. Okay, tak pasang kamera, so I tak boleh macam so I tak tahulah you muda ke tua, tapi you nampak saya rambut macam ni, you sudah tahulah. Mungkin you tak pernah tengok pun semua ni, ataupun you pergi rumah datuk ke nenek ke, you boleh nampak semua tu. So in the old days when we want to have multimedia kita nak dengar music ke, recording ke, banyak devices. Pernah tak nampak cartridge dia? Kita kena wind. Kalau kita nak cakap dengan orang, kita tak ada mobile phone, kita mesti balik rumah untuk telefon orang lah, ataupun tunggu dekat telefon, and then every time the phone ring kita akan pick up. Sekarang kita tak mau pick up phone. Oh ini scam call ke, so on. So this was the way we used to work Komputer pun besar-besar, tak boleh bawa kat rumah and so on. Have to stay back at the office to buat kerja And what Google Workspace has done is dia buat macam now everything in the pocket, as we mentioned. You boleh buat semuanya dalam a small device whether it is a phone, whether it's an iPad ataupun on your laptop ataupun a tablet semua dalam the pocket. Now one of the tools is that calendar ni you memang boleh buat on the phone lah. Tetapi yang advanced feature normally you kena buat the web version lah. So kalau you kata feature ni tak ada, mengapa app tak ada? Because sometimes the app is for you to use, dia tak ada yang advanced feature. So kalau nak advanced feature tu, you kena balik ke the web version. Now this is how Google developed the Google Workspace. Yang complete version tu semua web based. Yang apa we call it useful to the user ya. Apa yang common function tu dia akan available in the app. So dia tak sama ya. So I don't think they ever plan to buat dua-dua sama lah, because otherwise your calendar app tu ataupun email app tu terlalu cluttered ya on your device. So this is a way called unified communication. Now sekarang I tahu masih ramai orang pakai WhatsApp untuk chat. But do you know that actually your WhatsApp tu is not that secure ya? Because you don't even know mana dia simpan data tu. So in this case, presence is also very important here, and this is something you can see in your calendar later on. How you can set your presence to tell people don't disturb me ya, ataupun I'm available to chit chat ya, and then you can do email and so on, file sharing. These are some of the things, and this is all in the basic functions of Google Workspace. Yeah. So if you actually look, I think I have to bring up my pointer to make it easier for us. Yeah. So this is mail. Everybody familiar. Today we're going to look at this, which is our calendar. This is Google Drive. This represents all the editors, which I covered last webinar. And then there is the Google Meet. Yeah. So these are the functionality. Okay, so Google Workspace, just to recap, I apologize for people who have been following our webinar, then advanced user here. So just to recap, apakah Workspace, component Workspace ya. So component yang majority of the Workspace ialah Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Google Meet, Chat and Task. Tetapi everything is very much integrated ya. You tak payah jump from one app to the other and so on ya. So today I'm going to show you how you can seamlessly jump from Gmail to Calendar ataupun Calendar to Task and so on and so forth ya. From without leaving the application itself. Dan dalam collaboration, you ada all the editors yang you nampak tiga-tiga ni. Then that is the Jamboard, which is the whiteboard, and cloud search yeah, which you can search for anything in your workspace environment yeah. Especially if you pakai yang company domain tu, you boleh search anything that is in your company domain that you have access to yeah. So of course you cannot search other people's document yeah, kalau other people tak share. So this is actually quite important. Everything is private until you choose to share yeah. Okay, so what is Google Calendar? I think everybody tahu lah. We are supposed to be using calendar to buat planning to see and then share calendars with other people yeah. And it actually integrates with our mail, our Drive, and our Google Meet. So you can do things like smart scheduling, track people's availability. Now this is something that I'm going to emphasize later on. Why is it important yeah, to have calendar etiquette yeah? Kita kena ada calendar etiquette because it is very difficult. Siapa yang sudah kahwin dia tahu right, when you actually send out your wedding invitation, we always say please RSVP, say whether you coming or not coming. Kalau you tak kata you coming or not coming, I also don't know whether to prepare a seat for you right, at the wedding. So this is general etiquette yeah. Kalau people send you a calendar invite, please respond yeah? And you can do it in different ways. I will actually show you. Okay. Now the next one is talking about creation of events. Now you'll be wondering, bukan buat event yeah? So meetings are considered events. Events like all day events are considered events. So kita just use a general term yeah, called event. So you can create an event by clicking anything empty on the thing and then do a create. Now I'm going to show you how you could do it, set up once, how you're going to set it up and so on and so forth. So it's actually quite interesting. Maybe there are some features that you tak perasan ada ya. Okay. And then after that, your calendar can be accessed from anywhere, from any of the devices that is listed. Okay. Now, there is also some calendar features that kita akan ceritakan. For example, you boleh access people's calendar. How do you hide ya activity that you tak mau orang tahu apa you buat. Now, it is not that you buat yang apa. Let's say for example, you are the staff ya and you kena ada one-on-one with them to talk about their performance review. Now, sometimes you katalah, I tak mau tahu, I don't want people to tahu, number one, siapa I jumpa at that time. Now, it could be also an interview, ya. You tak mau. So, I will show you how you set that setting. So, semua orang yang, although they can see your calendar, dia tak nampak your activity, ya, apa you buat. So, that is one way of hiding highly confidential activities, ya, from anybody who have access to your calendar. And you can, of course, pick different colors and whether you want to see your calendar by weekday or so on and so forth. Yeah, okay? We're going to go through that later on. So, you can also add calendars. Now, one of the things that I selalu buat when I buat regional ya, is I always add the public holiday of the country that I support. Why? Because kalau I nak plan a business trip, I nak tahu dia ada tak ada, right? If I don't know that that week is a holiday, I akan accidentally schedule meeting during their holiday. And that is not quite polite, yeah? Because you want to respect everybody's public holiday. You takkan kata, oh, you must come back for my meeting semua. So this is how you can add regional holidays. So I will do that, and I find my calendar is quite cluttered. But of course, you boleh check lah, yeah? Which calendar you nak tengok, even though it's added to your calendar. But I think that that's quite interesting, yeah? And you can also create your own calendar. Let's say interest group calendar and so on and so forth, yeah? Hey, now there's also alert. For example, how early do you want to notify yourself of a meeting, yeah? Selalu hear the ting, ting. I think the default is 10 minit, yeah? So then it's like you want to be notified when there's a meeting that is upcoming. Yeah. And then of course you can make, like for example, make your calendar public. You can also make a shared calendar that you want to share on a website. Yeah. Now biasanya you tak ada buat your own personal calendar and share on a website. Tapi kalau you ada satu calendar on activity, let's say your webinar, yeah, you buat satu calendar untuk all the webinar and you want people to view the schedule of all the webinar, you boleh buat macam tu lah. And then you can publish the calendar which you have created on a website. Yeah. Hey, now are you ready for the tips? Ada soalan tak before I start? Okay, yeah? Okay, let's go. Hey, tip number 1. Yeah, I'm going to show you how you can personalize your calendar. I'm not sure whether you notice some of the new features that calendar has actually introduced. One of them is setting your work location. Now, dulu, when you set your work location, you hanya boleh set satu location for the whole day. Itu is quite frustrating for me. For example, kalau I am half day, I work in this location, another half day I'm working in another location, I tak boleh kata, tell people, okay, morning I kat sini, afternoon I kat sini, yeah? So this is the work location is actually quite important also when you are working in a group so that people know exactly where you are, yeah? So just in general that you want to just notify people, yeah? Ataupun if you are working out of state, yeah? Kalau you pergi outstation, you also nak beritahu, yeah? And so on. So there are others also with configuring the settings of your calendar. So let me just switch to my calendar and show you the actual demo, yeah? Okay, so this is a calendar of writing, tetapi this one is not really my real calendar, yeah? I tak boleh tunjuk you my real calendar. So this is the calendar that I have, and you can see that I can do, let me just close all this off here. So calendar ni, dia ada banyak macam, so you can hide this. So you boleh kat sini, boleh yang ini, 3 dot ni. So this one tak ada hamburger kat sini ya. 3 dot ni, you boleh klik sini and you boleh kata Okay, pilih the warna. I think this one maybe some of you already know kalau I suka warna purple, yeah. And then I can say that I want to do some settings and sharing, yeah. So you can see here that I can put in, for example, my working time zone, and then I can put here who can access my calendar. So they say, oh, I kena bagi semua orang dalam awan tag to see my calendar, yeah. And then you have event notification. Sini you boleh set, ya. Kalau you kata notification ini ataupun you nak email notification 10 minit. Kalau you kata, oh, saya ni orang yang sangat perlahan nak prepare for meeting, ya. I kena maybe a bit more, ya, 15 minit for my setting, ya. Boleh juga, ya. Okay. And then if there is a new event, what do you want? Do you want to get notification? Sometimes you find that there are too many things here. Wah, semua. So by default, every calendar change that somebody buat, yeah, you akan dapat satu email, yeah. And I like this one, yeah. I think a lot of people tak notice, yeah. Daily agenda. So what the daily agenda do is that they akan bagi satu summary of your day, yeah, of all the activities that will happen for the day, yeah. By default, it's off. So dia tak ada. So what it does is that every morning dia akan hantar satu summary email of all the meetings that you have for the day as far as the calendar is concerned. That means the calendar up to date, yeah. Is a concern. So then you have you can add other things lah. So this one kita tak akan buat sekarang. So these are the general setting, but I find that a lot of people tak tahu about the daily agenda, yeah. Okay. Alright. Now, the next thing that kita nak buat is we nak set our work location. Do you remember? Or you can set things like, whether you want to show weekends, you want to show things that you have declined, and so on and so forth. So you can say, actually, I don't like this format, but I normally like it week lah, because a month is too little lah. I cannot too many things, right? And then I can't see the details for the day, yeah. Okay. Now there are other settings. Okay, this one I click too fast. You ada lain juga, like macam is when you click on the setting, dia akan balik ke sini, ya. So you can jump to setting at any time. So over here, let's say saya nak tunjuk is your location, ya, kat sini. Okay. When you hover over here, dia akan click on the location. So when you add location, you kata, okay, on Sunday ni, I tak mau Sunday lah. Please don't disturb me on Sunday, ya. So let's say this is tomorrow. I nak beritahu orang, I akan kerja kat mana. Now some of the company mungkin you akan practice hybrid work from home, ya. And you don't have a fixed day. So kalau you ada, you nak set up, let's say every week, Tuesday to Thursday you akan kat office. Monday and Friday you work from maybe your other office. You boleh set juga, ya, as a regular and not let's say only for one day, ya. So you boleh tambahkan. So for example, for today, you can add time macam ni, ya. So you can say that from pagi, ya, let's say 9 sampai on Friday, I kata, oh, sampai pukul 2, saya work from office, ya. Okay. Alright. So now you see that my location is I akan work from office, ya. You boleh tambah juga and say, okay, I add another time to kata, okay, I petang pergi mana, ya. So petang mungkin I akan dari pukul 2 sampai pukul let's say 7, ya. I'm very hardworking. I work from home, ya. Okay. So now you boleh tengok dia when am I in the office and when am I at home. Now kalau you tak tambah time ni, they will just appear satu line kat sini saja, ya. Let's say for example on Thursday, the whole day I kat office. So dia kata, do you want to set it for every Thursday? I say no, only today. So you nampak satu line saja. Means that the whole day I akan kat office, ya. So this is how you would set something like the location to inform people that your availability, yeah. Now, okay. So one of the other things that you nak buat is, remember I said that when you want to set like a private meeting, you don't want people to see your activity. So I'm not sure whether I can activate the other ID to show you what other people see here. Okay, let's say for example, I nak kata tomorrow I ada satu meeting and location lah. I can create an event. Okay. Now over here, so you can also set, you can also set things like out of office kat sini, and you can say which days you are out of office, and tell people that this one automatically decline meetings. That means you tak ada, please don't tell me all the meeting. The person who invited me will automatically get a rejection, and you can tell them what is your response. You kata, oh, I cuti ke, I kat hospital ke, whatever. Now, sometimes I actually don't really like to automatically decline the meeting lah. Mungkin I nak beritahu dia, or it's up to you. Kalau you nak be very good, then you kata, tak apalah, I just beritahu dia I'm out of office and automatically send a rejection straight away. Okay. Now I'm going to go through some other features later on when it comes to setting up meeting. So ada soalan-soalan tak? Wah, semua faham. Okay Ada pernah pakai tak? Yes.
Ada soalan nak tanya. Macam kalau kita nak settlekan PA dengan bos punya kalender.
Boleh. So you boleh add the person to be able to access your calendar. You nak delegate ke ataupun you nak delegate, right? So
macam,
you add
PA nak masukkan dekat bos dia punya kalender. So that PA ada dua kalender lah, satu kalender dia dekat desktop dia, satu lagi kalender bos dia lah.
So what you do is that calendar. Okay, maybe I don't know whether I'm supposed to do the demo. Let me just go back and show you. Betul. So there is a function where you can add a calendar. Okay, kat sini, can you see this add calendar? Kat sini. Sorry kat sini. Just now I forgot to I went back and show this one. So you can like for example, this one is like I think this is you can actually open the calendar of someone else. Let me see. See, suddenly I stuck. Okay. Plus. First of all, the boss must bagi access for them to update the calendar. Bukan tengok saja, So it's part of your setting. Let's say I'm the boss here. Okay. Under this here. So this is the one that I kata. This one. Can you see? You add the person. Let's say this is your PA. Alright. So this one, this is the one. Let's say not mind sharing lah. Make changes ke ataupun di sana. So this is the PA. So now your PA can see your calendar swiftly and to control. This is how the PA will access the boss's calendar. Okay. Now, if you want specific steps, then later on, I will send or I can share later on how you actually open another person's calendar. You can. It's just like opening the resources punya, if I'm not wrong.
Sorry, boleh tanya? So,
boleh.
Adakah kalender tu dia akan redundant ataupun dia akan nampak macam
dua kalender? Because that is not your calendar.
Because kita ada macam problem sikit, contoh macam PA dengan boss, tapi dia punya setting for example untuk email pula, contoh dia macam dia, I don't know how they do the setting, but suddenly macam dia punya email tu mix up tau. So macam my previous using another platform of email, dia macam it shown two different email. Macam we can choose whether we want to view the PA email ataupun boss email. But like I said, because they do some setting and then it suddenly mix up the email. So that's why I'm asking whether the calendar is mixed up or is shown separately.
It should be shown separately. It shouldn't be
Okay.
mixed up. Like you can see later on the resource one. But I cannot test dulu. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just now
Okay.
you said that you will show the step. Later on.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah,
try.
thank you
Yes.
so
Yes.
much.
Because later I want to see how Robinhood, who I have actually granted my access, dia akan tengok my calendar lah. Yeah. Yes, Encik Aziz. Aziz. Dia ada soalan. You ada type soalan kat chat ke? Okay. Alright. Auto-responder other email notification upon action. This one is out of office from calendar perspective here to tell people you are out of office. Kalau is under email, there's also an out of office setting for the email. This one is not linked, but you can link them together. Somehow, maybe I'll just share an experience here. When you do apply leave from a HR system. So company dulu, bukan sekarang, company dulu, the minute I apply the leave, dia akan update my calendar with my out of office straight away. So you boleh buat integration macam tu. Yeah. But it's not automatic. Yeah. Okay, set office here. Okay, let me show you. Boleh? Okay, maybe I will show adding the email dulu, ya, boleh? Then I will answer the question Puan Azlina. Am I okay? Sorry, I'm answering. Wait lah, siapa tanya dulu? Saya kena jawab dulu. Ya. Okay, going back. Okay, okay. Autoresponder, I'm going to show you that one. Let me just quickly balik ke my calendar. Okay, do you see the 3 dot kat sini? Yeah. So let's say if I have multiple profile, yeah, saya boleh buat macam Gmail ni. Okay. Nampak tak? Ya, nampak Gmail saya ya? Alright. So kat sini, kalau you nak set your out of office, dia ada satu tempat kat sini. You click yang gear ni. Every time you see a gear, is actually setting. So you click on this, you kata see all setting ya. So you scroll down sini. Can you see this? Vacation responder ya. So do you want to set respond for out of office? I tak tahu mengapa dia terpakai the word out of office lah ya. Other people's software is out of office ya. So you boleh kata first day, last day, and then what you want to respond. Now be careful ya. A lot of people like to send to everybody that email to them. I tak suka. Why? Because mungkin this is a spammer ya. Kalau dia tak ada kat office, mungkin dia ada buat benda lain lah ya. So normally, I will only send response within my company. Yeah? Only my internal people, kalau dia send email to me, then I will do the response. So once you send the first day and the last day, macam ni, then you can save changes. This is going to be the auto response. Yeah? I hope that answers your question. Okay? Boleh? Alright. Okay. Okay. So the question from Encik Zahid is Yazid. Sorry, I pronounced your name wrongly. Email notification every time there's an attempt to invite or add meeting with them. Yes, kalau you try to add again, dia akan update you. Macam ada changes lah semua tu ya. That one depends on whether you auto reject lah. Kalau you auto reject, sometimes dia tak ada respond juga. Ya. That's why I don't like to use the auto reject. It's better that I know that people are trying to invite me to a meeting even though I'm out of office. Yeah. Okay. Can we export? Yes, you can. Tetapi there is a publicly available link. Jangan put your own personal punya. Normally we create a calendar. Later I'll show you how you can create a calendar and publish that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me just go back and switch back to my screen. Okay. Over here, you can actually buat macam create new calendar. Let's say, for example, you nak publish a set of webinars as I mentioned, yeah. You kata, I nak create a new calendar, yeah. So a new calendar could be a webinar series, yeah. Webinar series, yeah. So this is your calendar, and then you can create the calendar. Yeah. Now, once you have created this calendar, let me ask me later. Yeah. Now, once I created webinar series ni, you boleh nampak dia ada the 3 dot. You click on this under settings and sharing. Yeah. So you can actually, for example, you saw the export. Somebody asked me, can I export? Yeah, boleh. Remember this one? Because this is an event, you kata it's a public. Yeah, boleh public. Because this is a webinar punya calendar lah. Yeah. Dia akan bagi satu link for the calendar. Can you see? Kalau you nak public, this is the public address. That means you can actually kind of publish this using this. This is the public URL. Sorry, this is the public URL. So let's say for example, sekarang I nak tengok what does it look like ya. Copy. I tambah satu. I'll share this tag instead. I paste. I enter. You boleh nampak, this is the webinar series punya calendar, yeah. So you can put this link and people can kind of just view the calendar lah, yeah, for a public calendar. So if you put an event on that calendar, let's say I balik ke sini and I say that I want to, let's see, share this tag instead. I nak pergi ke calendar ini. Sorry. Ini this writing. Okay, hold on. Okay. So this should be my webinar calendar, yeah. And now I schedule, let's say, webinar for tomorrow, yeah. So you know my webinar is merah, yeah. So I'm actually in my webinar calendar. So I boleh kata webinar number 1, yeah. Now kalau I balik ke, hopefully this will appear. Otherwise, this writing tipu. Can you see? So right now, you boleh tengok I updated my webinar number 1 for 10 o'clock on this calendar. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Boleh? So you have to be careful. Kalau you edit that which calendar, that's why the colors matter here for personalization. Yeah. Then we go back to the next session. Okay, so let's go back to the tip number 2. Okay, now this is the collaboration piece here. That one is to inform people about your status and so on and so forth. So now I want to show you how easy it is for you to set up some of the more advanced features here for you to set up a meeting with people, yeah, either from an email ataupun sometimes you get a request, right? Okay, kita nak meet tetapi please tell me available time. Alamak, I tak tahu ya. What is? Then you start looking at your calendar. Oh, I'm free from 1 to 10, 10 to 1, semua tu ya. So let me show you how to do it in a different way. I won't forget the other question about opening boss calendar, yeah. But let me go through this. Otherwise, tak habis pun. See now, only on tip number 2, yeah. Okay, let me just go through my calendar. All right, I'm back to it here. Now, for example, I think the usual thing is kita akan kata, oh, kita buat meeting, right? So the first thing we do is that, oh, I think we're going to, as courtesy, I really hate people who set meeting without checking other people's calendar. Oh, dia suka-suka. Oh, I free, so I set calendar, tapi I tak check whether people free tak. Yeah. Now, for example, when you set a calendar, you akan kata, maybe I'm going to squeeze some of the tips together. Yeah. So let's say I want to have a meeting with Robin, a meeting with contractor. Yeah. And then these people will happily say, they never ignore. They ignore this one, no? Find a time. Yeah? Now, of course, your find a time will not work kalau you tak ada a guest. Yeah? So you cannot put in the name of the guest. So, but I will tell you sometimes you kata, tak tahu lah. Sometimes you lupa to add people. Later I'll show you about following up, yeah? So I will add people. So sekarang let's say I know I only want to talk to Robin, yeah? And now I can add Google Meet punya session. I nak add resources. I nak add attachment. Yeah? Mungkin this meeting, I nak document the meeting notes. So I boleh add in what we call either this ataupun I can create a meeting note. Yeah? So I boleh create a new meeting note. Yeah? And this meeting note will be shared with whoever is attending the meeting. Yeah? And over here, please do find a time. Yeah? Both of you are free tak? Oh, okay lah. Both of us are free. Therefore, kita pick this time. Yeah? So, that is actually courtesy here. Please check other people's time. But sometimes it's very confusing. When ada 10 orang, you see 10 orang punya calendar, it's actually quite confusing. But they can suggest the time for you. Now, I remember trying to schedule a meeting dengan boss saya. I cannot meet him until 2 weeks later, you know. Because when I do suggested time, macam calendar saya, calendar dia sangat penuh until when they did a suggested time, it's 2 weeks later, yeah. So it can happen also. And that's where you actually talk to a person and suggest the time and see whether they can adjust. Now, this is the reason why I say it's very important for you to RSVP. Because when you see people's calendar, kalau they tak accept, you will see something like this, yeah? No color. Did you know that? So when you see the person's one is not colored, means that dia belum accept that meeting invite, yeah? Kalau dia ada macam lines and stripe, it means that dia tentative accept. And then kalau is colored, means that they accept. So when you look at people's calendar, say, saya nampak ada satu meeting, dia tak accept, no? I think knowing my boss punya character, kalau dia tak accept means dia tak attend, yeah. So then you can slot your meeting at that place, yeah. So that is one of the things that you can actually do, yeah. Let's say now I save it. Okay, yeah. So let's say for example now, mungkin you kata, I nak schedule a meeting with to follow up on a matter, yeah, that have a lot of other people in the meeting, tapi I lupa who, and I want to use the same title, yeah, for the meeting. So what you can do is that you can click and go back to mail. I actually have a mail tab already. Share this tab here. Now I can actually open up satu mail that have me discussing with someone. Let's say, let me look up. Find one that is with Robina. Yeah. Okay. So now I can say, mungkin saya nak create a meeting invite with this person, yeah. No, actually this one is not a good idea. Let me choose one that actually have a real person. Okay. I tak ada meeting orang yang I never. Okay. Okay. Let's say this maybe I'll just randomly put a person. Okay, this person, yeah. I'm not really gonna have a meeting with this person, yeah. Alright. So let's say for example, I nak buat meeting dengan this person. So I can actually click create. Can you see that the title of what this email is about here is to it copies, yeah. And sometimes kalau I tak tahu the guest, right? If let's say ada 10 guest, of course in this case I boleh tambah let's say Robin Hood lah, yeah, because it's orang baru, yeah. And occasionally, right, they will ask you, oh, do you want to also invite? I don't know why this one didn't come out. So they will actually copy all the people in the email trail, right? They will actually copy and suggest, do you also want to invite everybody into the meeting, yeah? Into this particular meeting, yeah? So, and then of course, very importantly, you should see what kind of guest permission. Now, sometimes you want to hide here the people, the list of people that you want to invite to the meeting. You boleh kata tak boleh, ya. Dia tak boleh see the guest, dia tak boleh invite other people juga, ya. And this is something that I didn't show before. Default visibility. So did I remember, right? I mentioned before. If this was a secret meeting, ya, you boleh set it as private. So the other people, dia tak nampak. Of course, I'm not going to do, this is with Robin, right? It's not with this person. So I kata, this is a meeting which is private. And then if I use another email, I tak boleh nampak what is the topic of the meeting, yeah? So this one is where you set the view, the visibility of the meeting, yeah? See? The event can't be changed, seen by others, unless they have at least made changes to the event permission to the calendar, yeah. So that is important. So this is how you will set up your confidential email, yeah. Okay. So let's say now you save. Okay, and I say send. It's okay, like it's just Robin, yeah. All right. So now you have a meeting that was created from an email trail. Now this is very convenient kalau you ada ramai orang that you want to add. So it's going to suggest everybody in the email list. But unfortunately, this one it didn't come out lah. Yeah. Okay. Ada soalan? Tak ada? Tak ada? Alright, let me see. Okay, tak ada soalan. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to our demo. Now remember I mentioned about suggesting a time. It is actually a new, very, very new feature that was actually introduced. So let's say now I want to compose the email. And now I want to schedule a meeting with Robin. Unfortunately, there's only a few people I have in my demo environment. So one of them is Robin. So Robin, and I want to suggest a few times here. Now, do you see there's a new icon kat sini, yeah? Set up time to meet. So what you do is that you can offer times that you are available to Robin. Let's say, for example, you say, let's meet. Something like that, yeah? And you can add here, okay, offer times you are free. So how long do you want this meeting to be? Yeah, and you say, well, I want it to be 1 hour. I want to add a date. So I want to meet tomorrow on Monday. Yeah, and they say, oh, how about this slot? Yeah, I can add even multiple slot. Yeah, all right. And then I say next, and then you add to the email. So you can see, right? In your email, you boleh nampak the suggested time that to Robin that you want to meet. Now, this is especially useful when you can't see people's calendar because they could be outsider and all that. You cannot check their available time. Yeah. So this is a way that you can propose alternate which are the times you can meet. Don't you think this is a very convenient feature? It's actually pretty new. Yeah. Before that, we didn't have this feature. I hope you get this feature as well in your workspace. Ada soalan? Ada? Ada. Okay, let's move on. Otherwise, I'm running late already. Okay, as usual, I just ramble on. Yeah, okay. Let's go back to the slide. Yeah, okay. So tip number 3, yeah, I already mentioned about calendar etiquette. Yeah, so this is very quick. So calendar etiquette, as I mentioned before, yeah, please RSVP, yeah. So do not macam biarkan saja semua orang tak tahu you datang ke tak datang. because then it becomes very difficult. People will have to keep following up on the matter. Yeah. So one way you can do this is, there's two. Yeah. So if let's say for example, I balik ke kalender saya. Let me just close this. I balik ke kalender, just hold on. I balik ke kalender saya. I stop sharing first. I share this tab. Sorry ya. Okay. Alright. So let's say I ada meeting dengan let's say I receive a meeting. I receive a meeting from okay, I need to switch identity. Yeah, hold on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. So you're gonna be seeing the old thing. I need to switch to another person. Okay, so now you see Robin's email. Yeah. Now Robin ni jahat ya. Now if let's say for example I actually invited Robin to several meeting ya. Tetapi dia tu accept. Can you see? Dia tak accept langsung ya. So I also quite upset with Robin lah. Mengapa dia tak accept? So if let's say dia macam ni, dia kata okay, so let's say you say actually no ya, no. Tetapi you not beritahu dia mengapa you don't attend, you cannot attend ya. So it is, you have two choices ya. You can either propose a new time. Yeah. Okay, you see this screen? So over here, you can propose a new time. You say, I tak boleh meet because I ada meeting lain, yeah? So you can, and the RSVP will be a maybe, yeah? Not no, or it's up to you. Default is maybe, yeah? And you boleh propose an alternate time, yeah? And then add some message and send a proposal. Kalau the organizer, they accept, then your meeting is automatically updated to the new time. Yeah. Now the other one is that you really tak boleh make it. You boleh kata, dia kata, I reply no. Okay. Or I can do here. Add a note, say no, you're not going. And then here kata, why you're not going? I have a clash. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and then you send and reject. Yeah, so this is actually quite polite. And then you can even say how you're joining. Yeah, are you joining physically, virtually, ataupun you attending or not attending? So this is actually courtesy to your colleague here, or whoever, or the meeting organizer that you are joining or not joining. Yeah. Okay. Let's go back to let's see my slide. Yeah. Okay. All right. The next tip ialah nombor 4, which is I'm only halfway through and I only have 20 minutes left. I need more tools. Now, there are not many add-on tools that you have in the calendar, tetapi you can actually add on other tools in calendar as well. Yeah, but it's up to you whether you want to add on. So let me go back to the calendar. Share this tab, and then I can do something like I scroll down. Yeah, you see the all the how many dots are there? 9. Yeah, 9 dots. There ada more from Google Workspace Marketplace. Now, it is very different from other tools. For calendar is kat sini ya, it's a bit strange. So when I click on this, dia akan bawa me to Google Workspace Marketplace. And kalau I nak cari add-on for calendar, I click on calendar. Done. Dia akan show me all the add-ons I can use for adding on to calendar lah. So this could be some of them is actually for multiple product, some of them is only for calendar. Yeah. So let's say for example, calendar doesn't have a lot, which is this one here. So you can view here, and then take a look and try out. Yeah. Some of them is paid and some of them not paid. So it's depending on what it says. This one is quite good, Miro, and so on. Yeah. So this is just example of how you can get additional tools to be added. Now, if you cannot get to the Google Workspace Marketplace, it's because your administrator turned it off. Yeah, they're takut you went and install all kinds of funny things in your Google Workspace. So many of the organization, they akan switch off. Dia takkan bagi you add on anything. Yeah. So you kena minta lah. Kalau you nak add on, apa you nak add on, yeah? Because it's quite dangerous, right? Sometimes they tak tahu, if they allow you to do add on, tak tahu you actually do a proper one, ataupun you pergi keluar, you go and add on something else, yeah? So which might endanger the company lah. Kalau ini malware ke or whatever, yeah? You don't know sometimes, yeah? Okay? So I akan balik ke slide saya dulu. Alright. Now that is more tools. Now, minutes of meeting, yeah. Now, many of us pergi ke meeting, kita selepas tu kita tulis, and then after that is not linked to the meeting, yeah. So I'm going to show you how you can link a minutes of meeting into the document, and then how you can after that follow up. So I actually pernah show this demo, tetapi you have not probably seen it together with calendar. So I akan masuk balik ke calendar. To set up the meeting notes here, which I actually did earlier, tapi I can show you how you can do the follow up. Let's say for example, saya akan balik ke calendar saya. This is calendar. Okay lah, I pergi calendar Robinhood lah. Okay. Alright, so this is Robin. So Robin is going to create a meeting, which is a recurring meeting. I think most of you know how to create recurring meeting, yeah? Let's say I want to create a recurring meeting dengan orang. So let's say for example, I want to have a one-on-one with Marian. So I can add in, I ada satu ID called Marian. Marian Hood. Yeah. Got it. Okay. So over here, I sudah tambah like there is a join with Google Meet, there ada. And then under the description, I boleh kata I want to add attachment, which is create meeting notes, ya, nampak? So now I have a meeting notes that has a one-on-one with Marian with this title, and I want to do this as a recurring meeting. Okay. Kata, do you repeat? Yes, it repeats. It repeats weekly on Friday, yeah. So dia jadi satu ongoing, and this document actually is carried forward every time you buat satu new meeting lah, yeah. Okay. So let's say we save it and say send and create and share. Sekarang, if I masuk ke the meeting with Marian, I click on notes. I akan pergi ke this, yeah. Now, this one, right? Can you see that there ada satu hint? Now, because this is a recurring meeting, you can keep adding the next meeting with Marian into the same document. Dia bukan macam ada create new document. So this meeting, this one is, the first meeting is on the 22nd. So the following week, you boleh add. Now, later on, I'll kind of show you a little bit, yeah. So it will actually automatically tell you siapa was invited, and you can type your notes. Now the best one that I always like is Marian to follow up with, let's say sudah ada meeting ya, contractor, just say, right? And what you do is that kat sini, do you see this? You boleh assign as a task, and this will be to Marian Hood, yeah? Okay. Right? And what day is it due? So, let's say dia kata, oh, I bagi dia satu minggu lah. And this will become a task in Marian's list. So when Marian finish dia punya task, it's going to have a automatic tick, yeah? Okay. Right? Now, let's say for example, I sudah habis ini and I'm actually in the next week's meeting. Because remember, this is a recurring meeting, yeah? So I can go back to my share this tab. I pergi ke sini, if I follow up with the next week, yeah? Meeting ini. So this is 29 punya meeting. I masuk ke these notes. Right. So now I boleh add another meeting note, another meeting. So I have the next meeting with Marian. Wait, alamak, sorry. Can you see? Now you can add the meeting notes for 29 into the same document. Yeah. So it's just an add meeting notes, which date you want. So if you're on that date itself, then you boleh add lah. Yeah. So now you have a living document for your meeting notes. So that you ada satu document and satu source of truth saja. Tak payah kata, oh, where's my meeting notes lah? I type in an email lah, send to everybody. Because in this meeting notes, all the attendees should have access lah. Dia akan prompt. Kalau ada attendees that tak ada, they say, do you want to share this meeting note dengan attendees ya? And then you can actually collaborate on the meeting note. So I'm going to stop for a while and see whether you ada soalan tak. Ada? Aku tak ada. Love yourself, yeah. These are very fast tips. Now there is a particular feature kita kata focus time, yeah. So what you do is that I'm going to combine a few things here. So focus time is you can set time in your calendar where you can do an auto reject of all meetings, yeah, and to tell people that you are spending time on yourself. All right. The next one is tracking time, which is time insight, and I'm going to do the demo together. So you can track how much time you're spending in meeting, who are you spending the most time with, are you always busy in, with the same person and the same project or whatever, right? And then finally, the last tip will be how to set up a meet-me schedule. So this one is very interesting because it is something that I used to do because I macam help desk ya. Dulu waiting ada help desk. So all of them want to talk to me, tapi dia tak tahu bila I free. So what I do is that I use this method to set up what we call time slot so that people know when they can book my time to meet me. Yeah. Okay, let me go back to the demo so that I'll show you all these things together. Yeah, so that I don't have to flip back and forth. Yeah. Okay. Meeting notes here. So I will go back to the calendar. All right. So over here, when you do a create, you nampak tak ada focus time. Yeah. So focus time is something that you can mute or chat. Now, you tahu dia ada chat, right? Dia akan ting 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 or come out. So you kata tak mau. Saya nak during this time. Let's say I'm learning for my exam or whatever. So I tak nak. So do you want to automatically decline all meetings? Yes, I know. Only new meeting lah, bukan existing punya. And then you can set it up as this. Kalau you tak nak, you don't mind people disturbing you, then this is it. So you can set for yourself a repeat punya session to say, I want to do this daily. Yeah. Okay, during daily, this is my lunch time maybe. So I call it my focus time. So I'm going to makan during this time. Let me see, let me put 12 to 1. So do not disturb because I'm focusing on my lunch. Yeah. Okay, let's say, I say boleh set. So now you will say, it will automatically decline all new meeting during this time, yeah, and you can save and decline, yeah. So now you can see that this one, dia macam like wear headset lah. So this is like an icon for macam meditation. I don't know why they came up with this, tetapi this is a symbol. So over this time, so people will know kalau you in focus time means that you either studying for something, there's certain things that you want to, you do not want people to disturb you, yeah. Now, you see on the right side, kita ada what we call time insight. Time insight will actually show you how much time you spend in many things. Now, sometimes because this calendar dia tak banyak, so I don't notice like there's many things. So when I really do it in my real calendar, I akan dapat shock juga ya, because I will find out that I spend satu minggu on the average, let's say maybe 30 jam in meetings. Okay, and which days, yeah? And who do I meet with? So sometimes dia kata, oh, you always meet with this person. And then there was one time that was very funny that I found out that I'm always meeting with my boss. Yeah, that means I have meeting after meeting after meeting with my boss. I don't seem to be talking to my customer. Yeah, so it is actually a way for you to see, right, how you are spending your time. Is it effective? Yeah. So kalau you always go for meeting and you're not the only one. Now sometimes you can also see whether it's a one-on-one. Can you see? It's a one-on-one ataupun is a 15 more. That means it's more than one-on-one. So you want to see also, are you pergi ke meeting tetapi jadi decoration saja ke? Atau I always like to use the word decoration lah, ya. So decoration ke? So you want to know and analyze how much time you spend in a week, yeah. So you can do your weekly analysis. So they akan then you just say kalau tight, yeah, what kind of tight, and maybe you kata I tak set up focus time, yeah. So I not buat focus time, and so on. And they also tell you that maybe you are the meeting that you need to respond to, and so on and so forth, yeah. So this is a good this time insight. It's actually a good way for you to understand your productivity. You bukan saja like pergi meeting saja. Okay. And the last one I want to talk to you is about scheduling slot. I find this actually very useful. Depending on the job you have. Let's say you are a HR person ataupun you buat kerja that people need to consult you and you need to block time in your calendar so that people can book your time. Tapi dia tak tahu, right, when you're available. So you do what we call create appointment schedule, yeah, macam doctor, yeah. So you can tell, for example, this is consultation, yeah, and how long? Do you only allow people to talk to you for 45 minutes? Satu tip that I tak beritahu ialah you should always schedule because we are so used to back to back meeting. We sentiasa late for meeting, yeah. So one of the good habits that one of my previous bosses taught me was that schedule a meeting to start 5 minit after the hour, yeah, and end 10 minit before the end of the hour. You know why? Because other people will schedule it 9 sampai 10. So schedule all your meeting 45 minit. So let people have time to walk over ke ataupun take a break, yeah, before attending your meeting. So your meeting will start at 9:05 and you will end at 9:50. So people will have time to, first of all, you allow some overrun. Number 2, you allow people to prepare themselves to go for the next meeting. So I think that is a very, very useful tip, yeah. Okay, now let's look at this appointment duration. So you will say that you allow this, right, bila, yeah. So you can say no, tak boleh, yeah. I only allow you to see me on Monday, this, yeah. This one tak ada. Unavailable, maybe Friday, I bagi dia satu time. Mungkin this is pukul 10 sampai maybe pukul 1, yeah. Okay. So then you say, okay, scheduling window. How advanced you want people to book, yeah? And then is there a setting people can book? And then this is the calendar to check, yeah? So let's say I do a next. You boleh buat how it looks like and so on and so forth. And then you buat a description. And then first, here, okay? And now you should have create a booking page. So let me open the booking page as the last part of the demo. Okay, can you see? So your booking page, which you can share with other people, ialah they see that you ada 3 slot. Yeah, 3 slot between this time and you boleh click. Yeah, kalau dia nak book time ini, so once they book already, then you can say who is the person booking the time, and you say book. The next person who masuk will not be able to see that time slot. Yeah, so this is a very convenient way of letting people book consultation with you. Yeah, okay. So this is actually the end of my demo. I will just do one more slide before we end. I pass it back to Shira. Okay. So that's the Meet Me, which I use very often, and people find it very interesting why I actually use this Meet Me. But I find it very useful instead of people all pinging me and asking me bila you free, yeah. Okay. So finally, we want to continue with promosi kami for our workspace bonanza. So you can get that is a special price that we offer up to bila end of this year, kita akan buat offering special offer per user for business starter and enterprise starter for people who have not signed up lah, yeah, for our workspace. Yeah. So with that, I hand it back to my colleague. Thank you. Sorry ya, others kita akan overrun sikit ya hari ni.
Sorry, saya tak dengar. Is it mute?
Yes, ini user problem. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So sometimes I tend to do that lah. Yeah. Okay. I went back to this remember my webinar. So now I'm only seeing my webinar. So because just now I couldn't create a calendar, but now remember I just now created a special calendar. Yeah. So sekarang let's say you ada cuti, right? You say okay, this is not a webinar series, but I just pinjam saja, yeah. So let's say every Tuesday, let's say how about your shift? Bila you akan off? Just give an example.
Let's say that I have 2 days work and 2 days for rest.
Yeah.
Tak kisah for the whole month. So that
Yeah.
one I tak kisah memang public holiday or apa pun sebab it's a shift. So 2 hari kerja dan 2 hari cuti.
Okay. So the thing that you have to set dulu lah for that bulan when. Let's say for example kita balik ke October. Let's say you nak plan for October, ya. Starting October mungkin you shift is Monday ke, ya. So you boleh kata not working. Off. Let's say off day. Betul?
Yeah.
So maybe for that week, you mungkin this is a repeat lah, yeah, for that. And you have to say what is the repeat pattern, the custom. Bila they repeat ke, and so on and so forth, yeah. So you have to set your off day. Let's say in this case is every week, satu week always Monday, yeah. Mungkin dia akan end on bukan January lah. Mungkin dia end on end October. December. Let's say December lah. Let's say December, yeah. So apalah. Let's just give this. So now you akan dapat that this off day akan occur every Monday. Nampak? Betul? So you now overlay with your normal calendar. Can you see? So you boleh nampak your off day dengan public holiday because I didn't add any public holiday. Let's say I add public holiday. So you boleh nampak public holiday, my off day. I mean you can do it as an all day event lah. Yeah. Let's say you don't want time, right? You can make this as an all day event. Let me show you. It is all day event. Finally. Yeah. When you click on all day, dia jadi macam the holiday. Day and the following year. So you akan nampak dia macam ni. Can you see? So now you can set all your off day. You boleh nampak my off day, public holiday and my working calendar. Macam ni. That answers your question? Yeah?
Okay. I try dulu.
Macam ni. You try dulu. So if you don't want to see that off day, then you just take off lah. Then tak nampak lah. Macam tu. Okay. Any other question? I think I owe somebody a question. Can we get back to you? Boleh tulis dalam I think the feedback, the question that I owe you ataupun in the Q&A, right? In the Q&A. Yang about the boss punya calendar tu. I owe that to you, right? Maybe I'll do some screenshot and send it to you. Boleh?
Okay, boleh.
Because nanti susah. Nanti then I will hold back everybody to need to go off lah. Betul? Terima kasih ya.
Okay, satu lagi. Okay, let's say I boleh tanya dengan Puan Syahira. Okay, I'm also interested into gain knowledge on Google App Sheet. Is it you have to tell me for Google App Sheet?
Would you like to attend a class ataupun you nak webinar ataupun you want to know more about App Sheet? Okay. So App Sheet sekarang is actually bundled with Google Workspace. I tak tahu whether we are going to run a series of App Sheet punya thing lah. We will send you some information. So just let us know in the feedback form lah.
Okay. I think nanti I letak kat feedback. So let's say that you have a webinar or a class, you can show me lah.
Ya, boleh. Puan.
Okay.
Ada lagi soalan? Wah, got 49 people still online. Semua tak nak say goodbye yet. Okay. Kira?